die. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत भूलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Yo yash shraddhaha sa eva saha. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said, we are what we think we are. This is the foundation of our life. See? Many years before, maybe in 50s, there was a Hindi movie, Dharmaputra. And that movie was based on a theme of riots between Hindus and Muslims. And the Hindu Lord comes, attacks the Muslim area. So many people were killed. And there was one small child in a cradle. And there were Hindu families also. So when it was going on, the lady of that house, Hindu house, she lifted that small child and kept with her. So all those people who came to kill everybody, they saw this is the child with this lady and therefore no problem. And this is how it continued. Now the child was brought up in the Hindu house and the child doesn't know who is he. He didn't know his parents also, small 6 months child. Then as the time passed, slowly he adopted the name, everything of this foster mother. And again, when this boy became about 18 or so, again there was a riot. He has become Hindu. So he wanted to go and kill the Muslims. So he wanted to go with this sword in the hand and all that. So his mother, foster mother, told, before you go, think. What is there to think? Then she tells him the story. You are born of the Muslim parents. This happened so many years before. You would have been killed. But I saw you, I lifted you, kept with me. Nobody knows this. Now you decide whether you are a Hindu or a Muslim. See? So, what is the moral of the story? We have to decide what we are. Not because somebody says something, we get carried away. See, friends. And therefore, it is necessary that our thinking process should be corrected. See? Correct thinking can dissolve wrong notions. Now, let us take to understand this point. Then the mind's chattering will stop. Normally what happens? This is a general phenomena. We are all expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. See? If I am a father, then I am fed up with my children. So what will be my lifestyle? Try to improve them. If I am a mother-in-law and I will have only one way, I am miserable because of my daughter-in-law. So what will be her approach? Try to improve the daughter-in-law. This will never happen. And the life continues complaining. See? Therefore, we have to decide with proper understanding as to what we are. See? And this freedom is given to us. And therefore, our scriptures tell us in a very simple way. See, whatever you are is your own creation. See, somebody becomes a doctor. He is not born as a doctor. He has gone through the process. Somebody becomes an engineer. He has gone through the process. See, like in USA, UK, Indians are in the high income group. Now, because they are working hard and therefore they are. But if the locals say, no, they have come and taken our money, no, you also work, you will get it. See? So, in short, the cause of the mind scattering is we are expert in blaming others. So, first thing we have to achieve in life, stop blaming anybody in this world. Then we are 100% responsible for whatever happens in our life. Number one. And for that, we are told, see, you are suffering not because the Creator is a crazy person to make somebody miserable, make somebody happy. No. It is only the law of karma. Whatever you have done, according to the result. See? But I don't remember what I have done. May not be in this life, but earlier life. But I don't remember. It doesn't make any difference. See? Like Kabirji says, Boya bij babul ka. See? Babul ka bij boya. Or aam kahan se aaye. Meaning, we have to take this principle in our life. We are squarely responsible. Therefore, we are told, see what your miseries are there in your life because of your own karma. Now go through properly, carefully, and do not create another karma for the next life. This is what is called as the soul or the jiva. And this principle is in every religion. Every religion, same thing. Last life, this life, next life. See? Now, once you accept it, then you are that. Nobody has compelled you. Now, next thing. There is a man, I don't know whether he is still a man. He studied medical college. I knew that boy when he was class 8. In US, they shifted to India in Hyderabad. He studied medicine. He became a MBBS doctor. In between, his mother died, whatever reason. And then he called me. He says, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I says, come on, start. What is the problem? I know you lost your mother. He said, no, that is all over. Now my problem is, I feel I am in a wrong body. Now tell me what answer will you give? I feel I am in a wrong body. I am not a man, I am a woman. And I talked to my doctors in the university, in the college. They say, no, everything is fine, you are normal. But no, I don't think I am not a man. I have to be a woman. Now, it has gone in his head so deep. So then I put him with some psychiatrists and counselors and all that. Nothing. He said, no. And he got himself operated. Now see. Now for this, who is responsible? God. What you think that you are. You think you are lucky, you are lucky. You think you are unlucky, you are unlucky. See, friends, life is like a cup of tea. It depends how you make it. Boil and make it bitter, or add too much of sugar, make it a Gujarati tea, or add a lot of milk, make a Punjabi tea. See, friends, therefore, this is our responsibility, that all the disturbances in the mind are not coming from outside, they are coming from within. Now, after we have accepted theoretically that I am a soul, now if you are a soul, so you are solely responsible for everything that is happening in your life, then stop blaming the world. The day we stop blaming the world for anything, we are at peace with ourselves. See, this is one of the highest spiritual practice. Stop blaming others. Everything happens in this world exactly as required. Now, after this is accepted by us, then we start contemplation. That this soul, Jiva, has come from other body, in this body, then he will leave this body, go in another body. Now you start thinking, contemplation. See, what we have understood by this theory of rebirth, it is the most misunderstood theory of rebirth. See, friends, I'll tell you the theory of rebirth as it should be understood. Before coming here in grave, I have come in grave. I wrote to somebody, I am in grave yet alive. So I come over here. Before this, I was in some Suffolk. Before that, I was in Birmingham. Before that, I was in Super Mayor. Before that, I was in your Heathrow. Before that, I was in Washington, D.C. Before that, I was in Boston. Be attentive. I left Boston. Boston is dead for me. I am still there. Then I was born in Washington, D.C. Then I left Washington, D.C. Then that is dead for me. Then I was born in Heathrow. Then I left Heathrow, dead for me. Then I was born in Supermare. Then I left Supermare, I was born in Birmingham. Where did I die? So what is the meaning of this law of karma? And what is the meaning of the being a soul? It is not an entity one per head. It is not a soul. Like there is one shoe with one soul. So 10 shoes, 10 souls. No. Soul is a phenomena. It is not individuality. See, friends, like you take these bulbs. Bulbs are many. Light is a phenomena. It is the same electrical energy going through all the bulbs expressing as light. Because the bulbs are many, it appears there are many lights. But the light is one. Exactly the same way. Our bodies appear to be many, therefore we may be many, but life-wise we are one. See, friends, instead of understanding it properly, we start all the time complaining. I don't know what sin I have done last life, this life I got such terrible things. Nobody can help you. You will have self-pity on yourself. See, friends, as we should not have pity on others, we should not have pity on ourselves. Amritasya putraha. We are the manifestation of the divine. See, friends. And because of this constant chattering and complaining, we are not allowing the divinity that we are to express. See? You must have seen there are these water hyacinth plants on the big lakes. They cover the whole lake to such an extent that you can't see the waters. So you don't have to create water. Simply remove that little bit, water is already there. In the same manner, stop complaining. Mind is consciousness. What spiritual practice husband has to do to know that he is a man? What he has to do? Take a divorce? Kill the wife? Run away? Nothing. Husband can never become a man because he is already a man. He doesn't have to become. We don't have to become divine. We are divine. But we are so much overpowered because of the wife, and we have forgotten that I am a man and I start living like a husband and suffer throughout life. Who can help me? See, friends, the more we contemplate in this line, our habit of chattering and complaining will reduce. See, what is chattering? Chattering is either ruminating over the past or worrying about the future. These two things are called as chattering. And we have developed that habit. That is our acquired nature. It is not essential nature. Like nobody is born with a cigarette in the mouth and a lighter in the hand. But how we develop the smoking habits? Because we go to school, college, and then ragging, and then we want to prove something and start slowly. After that, the cigarette starts smoking us rather than we smoking the cigarette. And then without that we cannot live. Exactly the same thing happens because of the habit of chattering caw constantly. See. Now I have moved around the world to so many people we see. There are people very good, no doubt about their being good, but nobody wants them. When that person comes, everybody departs. This happened in Hyderabad. That lady, very much known to me and very well educated. She has a doctorate in philosophy and wife of a central minister in India. She had 8 sons, so many daughter-in-laws, and from each son, 2-3 children. So on one Diwali, I attended their house function. And huge, like a mansion, big hall, and nice jhulas. I was sitting on the jhula, and 2 kids were sitting with me. And ha, hoo, singing and eating, everything was going on. Full joy atmosphere. And this old lady, she was fighting with the cooks and the servants and the pujari, the panditji, do this, do. After having created sufficient noise there, she came to this hall where we are all enjoying. The moment she came, everybody remembered what they have to do. And one by one, everybody departed. And I was left all alone. Now, where do I go? Jaun to jaun kahan? So she came and sat. Swamiji, have you seen? I said, what? They were all laughing, giggling with you, singing. The moment I entered, all of them have gone. This is what happens. I wish I could tell her, I also want to go. Now, why this happens? We become odomos. Odomos, you know, the mosquito repellent. We become human repellent because we keep on unnecessarily getting involved in anybody's life. And then we keep on worrying, talking, unwanted, giving advice. No. Then that becomes our second nature. So keep on talking, Hare Ram, 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 Ram. See, friends, this is acquired nature. That is not our essential nature. Then what is to be done? When we are aware, then are we talking unnecessary? See, are we getting involved in anybody's life? Are we giving advice to people uncalled for? No need. See, in Upanishad, a mantra comes, ना पृष्ठः कस्यचित् ब्रूयात् न च अन्यायेन च पृच्छतः जानन् अपि हि मेधावी जडवल लोकमाचरेत्. See, when the person who is talking to you, if his intentions are not sincere, we should not get involved with that person. Many times people just talk to give you chabi and chhod do. See, we should understand what is the intention of that person. And such people, how to deal? No fighting. Me, I don't know. Over. Mind will remain calm and quiet. And therefore, if we have thought that I am body, nothing wrong, take care of the body. Nothing wrong in that. But then, like Hiranyakashipu, you know the story of Hiranyakashipu? Hiranyakashipu was a demon and he had a boon that he will not be killed by any normal means. See? The story in short is like this. His elder brother Hiranyaksha was killed. And therefore Hiranyaksha's wife became miserable. So he went and he spoke Vedanta there. He gave a beautiful discourse. My dear sister-in-law, anybody who is born has to die. This is the nature's law. We cannot change it. Therefore, keep cool, it's okay. I am always with you to help you. By this pravachan, she became cool. But then Hiranyakashipu had a problem. Oh God, that means I have to also die? No, I don't want to die. And then he did tapasya and invoked Brahmaji. Brahmaji said, what you want? I want to be immortal. Brahmaji said, you have asked impossible, not possible. Okay, if I had to die, then he put such conditions that I should not be killed inside or outside. I should not be killed on the ground or in the air. I should not be killed by the human beings. I should not be killed by the animals. I should not be killed by the weapons. I should not be killed in the morning or the evening. So many conditions. And Brahmaji says, Tasastu. So what we have to learn? Talking Vedanta to others and practicing it in our own life, these are two different stories. And therefore, if we are listening to Satsang about how to quieten the chattering of our mind, we have to discover this principle that we talk many times uncalled for. We talk most of the time with ourselves. As a result, a flow of thought happens. Now I am taking you to the next step. You all must have seen Ganges taken bath also. It's so freshening. But when the Ganges are in floods, the waters are flowing very fast. And if you jump into, you are carried away, not by the water, but by the flow of the water. Exactly the same way. Thoughts are no problem. It's not a problem. Then the flow of thought is a problem. Now how the flow of thought is created? When the theme of the thought is finite, it breeds thought process. Like, one simple example. I want a cup of tea in the morning. See? So they were told, Swamiji takes cup of tea early in the morning. You have to have only one kettle filled with water, a cup, and a tea bag. That's it. Now, sometimes it is there, sometimes it is not. So I go to the kitchen and say, oh God, they are not kept here. Why they do like this thing? They know I am not asking anything, only a little hot water and bag. Why? I want a cup of tea. One thought breeds the next thought. That creates a flow of thoughts. Chattering is unknowingly, unconsciously creating a flow of thought. So we have to arrest the flow of thought. And it cannot happen by drinks and drugs. It can happen only by wisdom. So what is that? Whenever the theme of the thought is finite, then it breeds thought breeding. Like this example I gave you, I want a cup of tea, thought number 1. Where it will be available, thought number 2. I hope it will be in the kitchen, thought number 3. I go to the kitchen, oh, it is not seen anywhere, 4. Why they have not kept 5? I didn't answer 6. So one by one, the thought breeding begins. Watch this. Whenever we are worried, whenever we think about somebody, see, I told my son, but he never listens to me, and he wanted to get married to that girl, and now he is, see, there is no end to it. Therefore, friends, remember, these finite themes are the cause for chattering of the mind. It's so important. Finite everything, people, money, places. See, like many people ask me, Swamiji, you have been moving so much. Which place you like the most? See, I said, I like the place where I am. So simple. Otherwise, go on imagining, I wish I was in Switzerland, how nice it will be. Or I wish I was in Almoda, so nice, divine place. People from Almoda, they think, I wish I am in Bombay. These are the tricks of the mind. Therefore, to avoid this chattering, one of the technique is give yourself minimum choice. And for that we are told, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. You will be at peace. See? So, the first thing we have learnt is, when the theme of thinking is finite, chattering will not stop. Then what is to be done? Because of this chattering only we are suffering. So, change the theme. What is the theme? Theme is the infinite. What is infinite? Take anything. God's name is infinite. See? Now see this experiment, how simple it is. First of all, we try to learn what is worrying or chattering. See? After the lecture is over, then I had to go and start the washing machine, and I hope everybody has put the clothes there, but many times they would be going on, chattering. Now second thing, no more chattering. Now here we are there. Now let us play. Chant Lord's name, whatever name you are chanting. Chant that. For example, I'll chant Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Complete. After that, no next thought required. And then, when there is a likelihood of thought coming, again fire. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. And in this we have to learn that the chanting of the Lord's name is meant for halting the chattering of the thoughts, and the chattering of the mind is making a flow of thought. So to arrest that, we are chanting the Lord's name. See, friends. And in that, we should not create another thought flow. Again thought, flow. No. How we should chant the Lord's name to arrest the chattering of the mind? As we eat a chocolate. we have to take sometime Ayurvedic medicine. How do we take Ayurvedic medicine? Do we like to taste it? Gulp it and have something sweet afterwards. Oh God, it is so bitter. Are we chanting Lord's name like this? No, no hurry. Then chant like we take the chocolates. Do we put the chocolate in the mouth, take a glass of water and gulp it? No. It is put in the mouth, kept in a parking lot, and remain there for half an hour and slowly enjoy. Like that, the Rama Nama Rasa, the rasa of Bhagwan's name must percolate in and through our complete system. See? And for that, chant the Lord's name, whatever mantra you are doing, not to complete the number, but to taste it. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Try to widen the gap between two chantings. And during that silence, the mind will drop the old habit of chattering. We have to train the mind to remain without talking to itself. We keep on talking to ourselves. Talking to ourselves is chattering. See? And it can be done systematically, steadily. See? Now when you are chanting this, I explained to you in a loud voice. The same thing you can do both. If it is okay in your house, your own room, you can do this way as I told. If you are not having that facility, then chant in your mind. But there also slowly. No, I can't show you how to chant with the mind, so I'll say loudly. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. While doing this, be very attentive. Add one more parameter. You are chanting in your mind and you are listening also. Both the things. Chanting the Lord's name is speech, organ of action. Listening what you are chanting is the organ of knowledge, perception. Action, chanting, listening, knowledge. When these two things become perfectly synchronized, they merge in consciousness. Because consciousness itself divides into knowledge and action. Therefore, try now as you are sitting, chant the Lord's name in your mind, slowly, no hurry, and also listen. Do it. So, we are working on the mind to halt its habit of unwanted thinking or unwanted talking. These habits we have developed for years together. It will not be erased in one day. At a time when you are practicing this, wherever you are sitting, doesn't matter. Wherever you are sitting quiet, you do this maybe 4, 5, 6 times a day. Each time 5 minutes. Don't overdo. 5 minutes. Slowly, slowly, you will get a knack of it. See? And then the old habit of the mind, worrying, chattering, thinking, everything will slowly disappear. And then we start remaining more and more in the utter present. So when we live in the utter present, we are presence. Because past is tense, we drop that. Future is the tense that we drop. Therefore, in the absence of the past and the future tenses, present cannot be tense. Then it is not a present tense, but it is a presence. Just being. When we develop this faculty, nothing will disturb us. Disturbances will be, but there won't be any disturbed reaction of our mind. See? You must have seen in many gatherings, organizations, groups, small little things are enough to get engaged into arguments, shouting and fighting and all that. Because they are not at peace with themselves. See, friends. So, after we have achieved this, then next step comes. Now you start changing your understanding about yourself. Can I be the body? Think in this line. Then chattering will go away. Chattering is the luxury. See? Because the mind is free. So it will go on chattering here and there. No. See? Because we are committed. So we start working on this thing. See? Whatever I am thinking is with reference to body. Can I really be the body? So two types of thoughts. One is chattering, because of which we suffer. Second is contemplation, because of which we come out of the chattering habit. Both are thoughts. Chattering is a thought process and contemplation is a thought process. But chattering creates problem. Contemplation relieves us from the problem. See. So we start now sitting quiet wherever we are, got time, and then start contemplation. See. On what ground I say that I am body, start thinking. See, friends, none of us have the experience of our birth. Somebody tells us, you are born on this date, and we agree. Nobody knows when we are born. Body is born, we have no experience of birth. See? Then the body grows. We don't get the experience of growth. It is the people around they tell us, Uncle, may I help you? So you get the shock for the first time. Don't call me uncle, call me bhaiya. Are Buddha ho? Bhaiya. Because we don't have experience of growth. Somebody is looking at our body and think that we are old. See, you must have seen many old people have this pathetic joke. Once I was somewhere, morning time, 6 o'clock, very nice place, and I was sitting on one bench, all quiet myself. One morning running fellow came, very short and short, and a t-shirt and a golf cap, and he came, stood in front of me, and I didn't know who is he. He said, can you tell me what is my age? You can imagine, to an unknown person in the morning, you go and ask this question, can you tell me what is my age? So I looked at him, maybe 3.5 years. No, tell me really. Then I told him, you are 81 years young. When I said, he nearly jumped out of his skin. You are the only one who has correctly known that I am 81 years, but not old, I am young. Now see, 81 belong to what? To body. Mind does not grow. Because mind is creating the time. See, what is time? Time is created when a sequence is established. If sequence is not established, time is not created. See? Many times it happens, we go to sleep. And then, once it happened in Bombay, there was a deluge almost. So in that bus I was caught up and the water was coming right on my face. It was the sea were in very high tide and we had no choice. So keeping my suitcase on the head, I was standing for about 7-8 hours. The waters will recede and again come like that. Exhausted, tired. And when I went to my friend's place, then I slept. And after that, when I got up, when I slept, I saw it is 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the evening. When I got up, it became 10 o'clock. I said, oh God, I was sleeping for 4 hours. He said, hey Babaji, 4 hours no, 4 days. You are not in my house, you are in the hospital. So for me, time did not exist. Because no sequence happened. I slept, no sequence. When we get up, I got up at 6 o'clock. Then I went to the bathroom. Then I took bath. Then I had a cup of tea. Then I went for a walk. Sequence is established. Friends, therefore, if we want to help ourselves get out of the chattering of the mind, do not allow a sequence to be established. Therefore, one thought, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, stop. This chattering habit is like eczema to the mind. When there is eczema, we go on scratching, and in that scratching we don't suffer, we enjoy. Same way, we have developed this habit of constantly caw, 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 caw. Keep quiet. And for that, like one technique I told you, chant the Lord's name and listen. Now the same mind, other technique. Don't talk to yourself and listen to silence. Do it. When we don't talk to ourselves, we do not produce sounds, words. And when we listen to silence, we are not disturbed by any sound. Sound is the tanmatra of the space. When sounds do not disturb us, we go beyond the space. This practice slowly and steadily helps us that we are working on the mind. And friends, for this you will not get crowds. See, observe this in this world. How many people are there for a free dance program? Maximum. How many people in the hospital? Many. In the temples? A lot. But in the gym? Hardly anybody. Who goes to gym? He who is healthy and wants to maintain the health. All others, they are bhogi, rogi or kami. They go there. And they are the majority. See, how many students are there in the primary school? Millions. Then in the middle school, number is less. Then in the high school, number is less. Then in the college beginning, undergraduate, number is less. Then the postgraduate, still the number is less. Then the doctorate, still number is less. As you grow subtler and subtler, you will not get crowds. And ultimately, we come to the one. Ekameva dvitiya neha nanasti kinchana. And friends, this recognition of our divinity is required to happen only once in lifetime, not twice. Anything that is repeated is samsara. The truth is not repeated because it is infinite. Finite can be repeated. You chant the Lord's name, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah, repeat. Then listen to silence. Silence being infinite, you cannot repeat it. Chattering is repeating the same thing again and again, again and again. There is one lady, very nice, from good family, but probably something wrong with her system. She writes me WhatsApp messages, 3 pages, 4 pages, 10 pages. Initially, for the first time when she wrote, I read and replied, I said, no, this way. Then continuously going on and on. That is chattering of the mind. So what do I do? Without reading, I just delete all of them. I could block it, but then again that will create a problem in their family. Because her husband is also tired, son has already left the house, gone to stay somewhere else. And she is not bad woman. But because of this chattering, she is unable to keep quiet. See, friends, we have to work on our mind only in this particular manner. Therefore, our happy mantra, if you again and again repeat it, it will help you. See? Many times we talk unnecessarily. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. In short, do not entertain speech. Keep quiet. And if we are not able to, then start chanting the Lord's name. If that you are not able to do it, then do some tabla peti, bhajan kirtan, listen to music. But do not allow the mind to go on brooding over something or the other. Occupied mind is a controlled mind. If the mind is not occupied, then it will start. See? You must have seen the kids, when they give trouble to the parents, what they do. You tell them anything, they will not listen. Then they are to be kept occupied. So they are given something. I don't know the names, what they call, Lego or Bego, something like that. They will be bringing it and say, these are the pictures, Now you have to make it. Now what is done? The child is kept busy. Our mind also requires complete occupation. Keep busy. And for that, we have to have rules and regulations on ourselves. When we get up, finish our morning ABCD, then read something on a regular basis, study something, listen something. The other day, somebody in our retreat asked me, Swamiji, can you tell me what type of sadhana I should do? I said, I know only one, do Satsanga. Satsanga will remove all the wrong notions without creating new notions. If you do anything else, then you will create a personality out of you. Earlier, I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier, I was eating non-vegetarian, now I don't eat non-vegetarian. Earlier, I was sleeping very late, now I don't sleep very late. I is still there. We have to get rid of this I. See, friends. And therefore, listen to the same talk which is available on our YouTube. Listen to the same talk morning and evening. Spend 2 hours on this in a day. You will see slowly, the whole life will change. I get so many messages. Swamiji, you have saved me from disaster in my life. One person in Jaipur, after our 7 days talks were over, the last day, normally the prasad distribution, namaskar, chamatkar, one nice man, very healthy, tall, must be in his mid-50s or 60. He came, did namaskar, held my feet and crying. I said, hey, come on, don't destroy my feet. Then he said, Swamiji, you have saved my life. I came out of the house that day just to go and finish myself, commit suicide. But I saw your banner, and when I looked at your banner, I thought, maybe you will give me something. and therefore I came. Then all the 7 days talk he heard. And complete change. What I have done? Nothing. Only thinking process has to be corrected. Correct your thinking process. You will be at peace with everybody. See? Discipline, yes, should be there. But discipline should be with us. We are self-disciplined. We should be perfect or perfectionist. Accept the world as it is. See? Many times it happens, perfectionists are no doubt, they are perfect. But they expect perfection from others. And it never happens. And then they are perfectly miserable because they are perfectionists. See, friends. So our life is disciplined, perfect, others accept as it is. The mind's reactions will slowly disappear. And for this, nobody can help us. We have to keep ourselves busy all through. Like many people tell me, why you are running from here to there to there to there, why don't you stay in one place? I said, look here, I have seen Mahatmas staying in one ashram, in one temple. After a few days, they become a burden to themselves, constantly expecting the people to come. Are Gupta ji, you have not come for last so many days, everything is okay, come. See? Because they don't have any challenges in life. Devotion to the God means we live at zero complaint level, zero expectation level. Move, charai veti, keep on moving. Stagnation leads to destruction. In this manner, when we are committed to this life, work on the mind. And the last part about working on the mind, we'll take in the evening class, wherein what exactly mind is and how the I is created and how this I is worried, how this I is chattering all the time. These are the points worthy of knowing, and there only we can practice in our life. And it is very simple, it is not difficult. It may be simple for you, but for others it is very difficult and suffer. Don't start with a negative step. It is possible. See, if we will not do it, then who will do it? Are the trees and plants going to do it? No. We are human beings. We have the ability, courage to do it. And as I told you yesterday, there is no proxy on the spiritual path. We have to live our life, we have to die our death, we have to lead our spiritual life. Never try to improve the people around us spiritually. This is what happens with many elderly people. They are imposing their spirituality, their japa, their puja on the children. The children gets ultimately perverted. I have seen so many of them. They become revolting. See? You do yourself. Let our lifestyle inspire them rather than words. See? With this, we can slowly help ourselves come out of our habit of getting involved in anybody's life. We don't have to get involved in anybody's life. Let them live their life. We have lived our life. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.